Everyone, welcome to the next instalment of our Disney princess inspired makeup looks. I'm really late with this one, I'm sorry about that, life just got in the way. I will link everyone's channels and videos if they took part this month down below. We had the choice between Pocahontas and Jasmine this month and I decided to go with Pocahontas. I don't know why really, I just think, no, actually I can tell you why. I thought if I do Jasmine, I need to do winged eyeliner and I just cannot really do that on camera. So that's why I went for Pocahontas by default really. But still a Disney princess that I love. I remember really singing along to the Colours of the Wind song when that first came out. I don't know how old I was when it came out, but I was definitely older, like maybe even a teenager. Anyway, so the two things I think of when I think of Pocahontas are contouring because of her very, very gorgeous chiseled face and warm earthy tones. So they're the two things I'm going to go with for inspiration for this look. I've already put a really light layer of NARS Sheer Glow over my face and I've done my brows, which just are not doing what I want to do lately, so sorry if they're not looking any good. And I decided to try some proper contouring for the first time, and I've got this cream contour kit from Sleek in light. I kind of picked it up on a whim and then realised that this would work really well for a contoured look that I'm trying to go for a Pocahontas inspired look. So this was about $10.99 I think, and it comes with 6 cream contour colours. So that's a lot of so's. It came with some instructions, where are they? Found it. So it came with this little instruction leaflet, so I guess this is going to be a bit of a first impressions as well. And just to prove how much of an amateur I really am, I'm just going to use this little diagram and instructions to see what happens when I put it on. Apply shade 1 underneath to brighten the eyes. Shade 1 is this yellowy shade here, so I think I'm just going to try my fingers for that. Pat it on. It's quite creamy. I mean, it's pigmented, but there's not a huge amount of coverage in it. But this is obviously for brightening rather than colour correcting. What I probably could have done is put on a more salmony coloured concealer first to correct the colour, but hey, too late now. We'll just go with it. Now I'm going to blend it all at the end, so there is a part of this video where I'm just going to look totally bizarre, but the blending is going to properly happen at the end. So that was shade 1 in the top, is it left or right to you? This one, that's shade 1. Apply shade 6 to the hollows of the cheeks from the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth. So that's in the classic contour place. That's the darkest shade, but it's alright because I've got more than one contour brush. So I'm going to apply shade 6 to the normal contouring place, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. brush, which I love. Really flat, dense bristles that just make it really easy to place contour. Haven't used it with the cream products yet though, so we'll see. The product spreads quite a lot more on a cream with the cream product, if that makes sense. With the powder it tends to stay in a more narrow line, so it's a bit easier to place. Whoa, okay, told you I was going to look a bit mental. Right, apply shade 5 from the top of the forehead down to the top of the temples. Okay, so in this area here, and shade 5 is the next darkest one, that's that one here. So I am going to use Real Techniques buffing brush for that. Is it a buffing brush? Yeah, buffing brush. So number 5. So I put my hair up, but it always gets in my hair anyway. So that's quite a lot lighter than the one I've just used. Quite orangey as well. It's quite warm toned that, but I guess that's okay. Okay. Wow, I look good. Shade 3 along the top of the cheekbone. So shade 3 is this colour here. It looks quite orangey to me. I'm guessing it's to create the what am I trying to think of? Contrast between the contour shade and then the shade above. So literally in a stripe above here, it's suggesting I put that one. Okay, it's quite a lot lighter than I thought, you can see now. Comes out a lot lighter than it looks in the pan, so that makes more sense to me. Wow. So that was shade 3, and apply shade 2 on the centre of the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, the cupid's bow and across the chin. So shade 2 is this sort of very light brown shade, or a very deep salmon, I suppose you'd say. So I think I'll use that same brush, just wash that off a little bit. So where am I putting this again? Centre of my forehead, down the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow and across the chin, okay. I'm not sure how much cream product my nose is going to take at the moment. I've got such terrible hay fever. It makes my nose really dry. This shade actually feels a bit drier than the rest as well. Right, so I've just realised I've missed out shade number 4, which it suggests you apply down the side of the nose. So use the same little brush again. This is actually meant to be a brusher blush from Crown. I think the size of it is too small for blush, and I end up using it for contouring my nose. So shade 4 is this shade here. Right, there we go. So that's the crazy part done. I'm going to blend. I've got, albeit very dirty, a Makeup Revolution sponge here, so I'm going to use that first to blend it, and then see if I need to use a brush as well. Right, blended. Now this is my problem I always have with contouring. I always feel like either the lines are too harsh, so it's just really obvious you've got contour on, or it just blends completely away. So this line that was here, I think perhaps I put too much product on the brush because I think it looks too obvious and perhaps a little bit warm for my skin. It comes in 2 shades. This is light, and I think you get medium or dark as well, but yeah, I'm not sure. But we're going to have to just roll with it because this is the look I'm doing. I'm going to actually set it with a little bit of bronzing powder. I'm going to use the Hoola bronzer. I'm just going to try and use a really light touch on that, just to go over the areas, the darker areas of cream contour that I used. And then to set the lighter areas, I'm going to use this loose powder, which recently I've been loving. I got this for my birthday last year, and I hadn't opened it because I wanted to use up the other, because loose powder seems to last forever, so I wanted to use up the other one I had. This is gorgeous though. It's Shiseido. I never know how you pronounce that brand. And it's their translucent loose powder. It's so funny milled, gorgeous packaging. It comes with this powder puff, which I'm too scared to use because I don't want to mess it up. So I just dip my brush onto the powder puff or the thing itself. The thing. God, I'm not doing very well with my English today. So I'm going to use that under the eyes and on the other lighter areas. And I want to add, I really can't speak today, I'm so sorry. I want to add a little bit of colour to the cheeks in the form of a blush, but still keeping with the quite earthy tones. But I thought, why not go for a little bit of drama and use NARS Orgasm. So I'm going to try and apply that really lightly. I'll use my e.l.f. stippling brush, which is my favourite when you want to apply a really light touch of blusher. So I'm just going to pop that on the apples. And keeping with the earthy tones, I thought I'd use a more goldy highlight, which isn't something I'd usually use because I don't think it's the best colour highlight for my skin tone. But I thought it was in keeping with the look I was going for. And this is one of the single pan highlighters from Makeup Revolution. I got this in their advent calendar, and it is called Hidden Light. So it's a gorgeous goldy tone, as you can see. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. highlighting brush for that. I'm not sure if I've actually used this apart from testing it out. So it's gorgeous actually. Definitely think if you've got a deeper skin tone to start with, this would look stunning. See that? I don't know if in my mirror here that really reflects off the light. I don't know if that picks up on camera, but I love that. Okay, so in case you're wondering, I haven't forgotten about the eyes. I just wanted to keep the eyes really simple because I was going for a contoured look, and the lipstick I'm going to use is quite dramatic. So I've already primed my eyes with a paint pot, no, not a paint pot, the Maybelline version Colour Tattoo in their matte one. This is Creme de Nude, so it's quite a yellowy base, just to even out my eyelids. And I'm going to use this absolutely gorgeous palette that I love from Makeup Revolution. It's their Neutrals versus Neutrals palette, so it's a mixture of matte and shimmer, but gorgeous, gorgeous earthy tones. I think I'm really just going to use mainly these 3 orangey ones here, just to create quite a simple look, but quite earthy. I'm really into using orangey tones at the moment, so I'm kind of trying to experiment with it a bit. I haven't really found a look that I love, but let's see what happens here. So I'm going to use this matte sort of mid-tone brown first of all. That one's quite cool in colour, but I'm just going to use that as a transition shade. Obviously I've seen the other girls' looks before already, should I say, this time around, because I'm late, and it was Clare and Leah that were able to take part this month, other than myself. I think Steph's going to upload as well, hopefully, but one of them did Jasmine and one of them did Pocahontas, so it's quite nice that they did different ones. Loved them both. Claire did this gorgeous turquoisey eye look, which really, really suited her. She says it doesn't suit her because she's got brown eyes, but I think it looks stunning. And Leah's, oh my god, the eye look that she used just made me want to buy that Viseart. Is it Viseart that you say? Viseart palette that she used. It's just stunning. So definitely recommend going and checking out their videos. Right, so that's just gone in the crease quite roughly, to be honest, and now I'm going to use a little bit of a smaller crease brush just to define the crease a bit more with this orangey tone, which is my favourite one in here. I find it quite hard to wear though. I wouldn't say it's the most wearable shade, but kind of why I'm using it today, because this isn't necessarily a wearable look. I don't know yet. Well, I'm not sure where I lost you there, because my memory card ran out of space, ever professional. Now the sun's going down, so I can only apologise, and let's try and get this done. I'm going to go for this shimmery again, kind of beigey colour all over the rest of the lid. So I'm going to keep this quite simple, but I end up making it up as I go along and adding more and more colours. We are recording, aren't we? Yeah. Wow, so professional, aren't I? I'm going to take that orangey one under the eyelid as well. Under eye, I always say eyelid, but with the blending brush, so it's a little bit more diffused rather than being a harsh line. Oh, this bit makes me feel funny. I don't like other people watching other people do it as well, so sorry if you feel the same. Just connect those two a little bit. I think I need a bit more of a brownie tone in there, so I'm going to use this one now, just on the outer corner, just to finish it off, I think. Blend. Where's my blending brush? I'm panicking now because the sun's going down, so I just need to chill. Where is it? Here it is. This is one thing I've learned about makeup in the past couple of years, is that you can never blend too much. So I'm just using that lightest colour to blend into the brow. And then I'm going to use this very dark, deep brown. God, oh, it's so candid. This one here. I'm going to use that like as an eyeliner basically, so I'm going to use a lining brush and just put that along the top lash line. This is an angled eyeliner brush from Avon, which I haven't used so far because I was a little bit disappointed with how thick this bit of the brush is. But if I'm doing it with eyeshadow, it might work. So definitely having that angle is quite handy. I just think the brush itself could be a little bit more precise. Oh, although it's a bit awkward to use when you're doing it on the other side. But then that might be just me because I'm so candid. Some people use their right hand to do their right eye and their left hand to do their left eye, but I'm just not ambidextrous enough. So I've just put some mascara on. I didn't bother showing you it because it's the same every blinking time, isn't it? So it's the, I was going to say Wet n Wild. Wish I could get access to Wet n Wild products. It's the Max Factor Wild Mega Volume Mascara, which I've gone up and down about whether I like it or not. I'm actually really liking it at the moment. And finally, sorry, I'm looking down so much today. Lips. So I've got this Sleek True Colour lipstick in the colour Vamp. It's a matte shade, so it's this really sort of earthy browny red. Can you tell? Sleek from buy one get one half price. And I'm going to pair that up with a Berry M lip liner. This is a very dark shade. It's number 11. So I'm going to stick the lip liner all over first, and then go on the top of it with the matte lip. So, wow, that lipstick was a lot browner than I expected it to be. So this is probably not a colour I would usually go for, but I do think it fits in really well with the theme, and it is, if you suit this sort of dark colour, it is a really, really gorgeous colour actually. So first time I've used a sleek formula, like the sleek lipstick before. I think these are actually, oh no, I've had their, I was going to say they're my first sleek products, but I have had their blushes before, which I like. So, there we go. That is my Pocahontas inspired look. I hope you have enjoyed watching. I feel like I've been a bit all over the place today, so I apologise. I'm usually a bit more together if this is the first time you've been watching one of my videos. But don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you've liked it. As I've said, I upload about once a week. I'm not very strict with my schedule, but about once a week is what works for me. Don't forget to go and check out the other girls' channels, which I'll link down below. And subscribe if you've enjoyed it as well. And I'll see you next time. Bye.